I wanna show you guys something quite neat. Okay? So you remember when I said, and I do the same thing. It's just certain players, man. You just can't just look at the box score, right? You just can't do it. You have to look at advanced analytics. You have to look at some stats about them outside of the box score. And Luke Cornett is definitely one of those players. I always say that about Sohan, but he is one of those as well. Here's something that was sent to me. Kind of dope. This is from Synergy Basketball. Luke Cornett finished 4th in the NBA in field goal percentage allowed in the restricted area defensively among players facing over 250 shots. He fell only behind Daniel Gafford, Chet Holmgren, and Victor. We're cooking, y'all. We are absolutely cooking. So when we picked, I didn't mean to do that. When we picked up Carter Bryant, I immediately said, okay, we're a lot to deal with, right? This is overload as far as defensive talent, right? You have Steph Castle, who's a great defender, great point of attack defender. You have Jeremy Sohan, who's a pretty elite defender. Now you have Carter Bryant, who's also going to be a pretty elite defender. One thing I really like about Carter Bryant as well, by the way, is he has the fundamentals defensively down like to a T, but he also makes some of those bigger plays. So I think fans are going to really love him. Whereas Sohan, he's the type of defender where he doesn't take too many risks, so you're not going to see a bunch of like steals, a bunch of blocks or anything like that, because he tries not to get in foul trouble. But he does make it extraordinarily difficult for whoever he's guarding, and he gives really great contests. But anyways, just saying, there's a lot of defensive talent that we have. Obviously, Wembanyama being a generational defender, and Luke Cornett is a perfect backup center. Literally a perfect backup center. And he's great defensively. The Spurs literally got the best backup center available in this offseason. So yeah, just a little stat for you, okay? As many stats that I find, I'm gonna drop them for you, okay? I promise. He's a steal? Absolutely. Great stat. Ridiculous stat. 4th in the NBA? Yeah, and yep, Mendito's completely right. And also, Jeremy Sohan no longer has to run center. This will be the first time, maybe since his rookie year, but even that year it was a little weird. But this will be the first time he can actually play his position, right? Like he has all this versatility that he can bring to the table, but this is the first time we can actually say, okay, play your position. And if he has an outside shot, dude, this is just, I don't know. I'm just thinking about this team, and it's so much talent that I think it's going to be difficult for Mitch Johnson initially, because it's just too much talent. But luckily for us, everybody on this team has pretty high basketball IQ. So I think they'll figure it out quicker than expected. We're deep. We are borderline win now. We just kind of got to see how things come together. I think Dylan Harper is going to adjust beautifully. I do wonder Carter Bryant's shooting, if it will translate early. But his defense obviously is going to translate just fine. He'll be okay. But everyone's high basketball IQ, by the way. Every single player on this team is pretty smart in how they handle the ball. Gosh, I don't want to talk about him again, but Keldon sometimes no, but is Bassey a free agent? I don't think Bassey will come back. We'll see. I don't know if Bassey comes back though. Mamu's one where I definitely don't think he's coming back. From what I've heard, I don't think he'll be back. Which we kind of expected that anyways, right? Bench, Harper, Devin, Keldon, Sohan, Cornett. Yo, that's a crazy bit. Then who would you start? Wait, no. You can't start. So you're saying you would start Carter Bryant? I wouldn't start Carter Bryant day one like that. No. He's gonna take a little easing in. He's gonna take some time. And I don't want him being I mean, he's capable, but I don't want him at power forward if he doesn't have to be. So I'm not okay with that. My starting lineup would be De'Aaron Fox, Dylan Harper, and this is just because it makes the most sense. Dylan Harper, Harrison Barnes, Sohan, Wemby. Like that will be my 5, right? You get a nice balance, set the tone defensively with Sohan and Wemby, obviously. And Harper's a pretty good defender as well. You got some really good shooting there. You have a dynamic player in Harper, and then coming off the bench, you can have Castle run things, and they would just absolutely destroy second units. My God, Castle and Fasel just run through them, bro. Castle can play small forward, yeah, but he doesn't have to. Like, I don't want to force him at small forward if he doesn't have to be there. He's capable, but let him run point off the bench. Harper is not a pretty good defender. Yes, he is. He's a pretty good defender. He's not an elite defender, right? I wouldn't say he's a great defender, but he's a pretty good defender. But yeah, funny enough, I was discussing Cornette to the Spurs with a Celtics fan on June 24th. Celtics fans are really sick right now. They are losing it. I don't know, man. They just put... that's a whole nother discussion, but they just put so much money into. They had so much depth; it was kind of ridiculous how much depth they had to have around that team, around Tatum. A little too much. No room for Malachi now. Sorry, I disagree with that. I know that we're kind of off the topic of Luke Cornette right now, but I think that's important just to bring up, just really quickly. Malachi Branham. I don't know if he still is, but last season, he's basically one of our best three-point shooters. We just didn't utilize him that well. So, like I said, as long as you can kind of fit within a system, you can bring either three-point shooting or defense, if you can't do some of the other things that make you really great, right? Because Malachi Branham, he's actually really good around the pick and roll. More than likely, the ball won't be in his hands, but how is he as a catch-and-shoot three-point shooter? He's pretty decent. Right. So I think there's a place for him. It's just more depth, right? Julian underrated. Julian is underrated. Julian is a little bit underrated. I don't know. It's just so much talent now. We just have so much talent. Talent overload. Branham don't belong in the league. I don't agree with that. I don't think that's true. Anyways,